The old farmhouse on Birch Lane had always been a place of comfort and nostalgia for the Brown family. Surrounded by sprawling fields and ancient oaks, it was a relic of simpler times, a haven from the outside world. Joan Brown, a mother of 2 young children, loved the old house for its charm and history. Her husband, Gregory, often worked late, leaving Joan to the quiet company of the creaking floors and whispering winds. One crisp autumn evening, with Gregory away on business, Joan tucked her children, Lily and Max, into bed. The house hummed with the familiar sounds of the countryside, a symphony of crickets and rustling leaves. As the clock chimed midnight, Joan settled in the living room, a book in hand, the family dogs, Duke and Bella, at her feet. The warmth of the fire was a gentle embrace against the chill of the night. Suddenly, Duke's ears perked up. A low growl rumbled in his throat, breaking the tranquility. Bella joined in, her bark sharp and alert. Joan's heart skipped a beat. The dogs seldom reacted this way. Footsteps outside, heavy and deliberate, crept towards the front door. Joan's breath caught in her throat. In the stillness of the night, each step was a thunderous declaration of intrusion. The front door rattled, an attempt to force entry. Panic gripped Joan as she realized they were not alone. Her first thought was of her children, asleep and unaware in their rooms upstairs. Rushing to the phone, Joan dialed 911, her hands trembling. But before she could speak, a loud crash echoed through the house, the sound of shattering glass from the back door. Duke and Bella sprang into action, charging towards the noise with fierce loyalty. Their barks were now ferocious alarms, echoing through the farmhouse. The intruder, caught off guard by the dog's defense, stumbled into the kitchen. Joan could hear the clash, the desperation in the intruder's movements, the protective fury of her dogs. In the chaos, Joan grabbed a flashlight and raced upstairs to her children. "Stay in your room," she whispered, her voice a mix of fear and determination. Downstairs, the struggle continued. The intruder, desperate to escape the dogs, began to retreat, but not before grabbing a kitchen knife. Joan heard a car pull into the driveway. Relief washed over her as she recognized the sound of her neighbor, Mr. Thompson's truck. Known for his vigilance, he must have noticed something amiss. Mr. Thompson, a stout man in his 60s, didn't hesitate. He burst through the front door, a baseball bat in hand, ready to defend his neighbors. The intruder, now cornered, brandished the knife wildly, but he was no match for Mr. Thompson's resolve and the fierce loyalty of Duke and Bella. The confrontation was brief. Mr. Thompson's presence and commanding voice overwhelmed the intruder, who dropped the knife, surrendering to the inevitable. Police sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder as they approached the farmhouse. Mr. Thompson calmly reassured Joan over the phone, his voice a steady anchor in the storm. The officers arrived, taking the intruder into custody. Joan, embracing her children tightly, watched as the nightmare ended, her heart a mix of gratitude and lingering fear. In the aftermath, the community rallied around the Browns. The old farmhouse on Willow Lane, once a symbol of solitude, was now a testament to the strength and unity of neighbors. Joan knew that the peace of the farmhouse had been shaken, but also that they were not alone. Surrounded by friends, family, and the unwavering loyalty of Duke and Bella, the Brown family found comfort in the knowledge that they were protected, both by love and the unexpected guardianship of those around them.